Hey bookworms! So it's a Friday and uni starts back next week. So I've decided that today's going to be a preparation day for going back to uni and going back to study. And I think first though, because the kids are at school and hubby's at home, but he's on a meeting at the moment, so I kind of can't film because I'll be behind him. So let's go have a book date, go to a coffee shop and read and have some luxurious reading time and a coffee. And then I think we'll come home and we'll do that uni prep stuff. Come with me.
Really quick, I only put the thing in yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah, I did that last time. I used to do that to take a photo and then show Sam or whatever.
Make you jealous.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was the nicest coincidence. I walked into that cafe and one of my colleagues from the library just happened to be there. And I was like, what are you doing here? And she's like, what are you doing here? And we were both there just to have coffee, and so we just decided to have coffee together. It was really nice because I don't often see my work colleagues outside of the library, so it was so nice to catch up with her and just chat and talk books and talk travel and plans and career plans, and it was really nice. We didn't really talk shop like that much about, the office. We kind of talked about bigger things than that, like libraries and records and archives and different places your career can take you, and it was so nice. Like, what a treat. So that was unexpected, but no, it was really lovely to catch up with her. So I've had a lovely morning socializing and having a coffee and chatting with a fellow book lover, which was really nice. And now I'm going to head home and probably have some lunch, and then I'll get on to getting organised and prepared for the coming term at university and my course, because I like to take some time before classes start just to get organised and get my head focused on the term coming up and the tasks and what I'll have to do for the subjects that I'm going to take this semester. So I'll go home and get my space ready and get organised. Okay, so my study space is pretty organised. I spent a little bit of time. I usually make a bit of a inspiration wall or a mood board over here on this wall when I start studying, so I've got something nice to look at, and I also have a window just there. But I think the first thing I'm going to do is just dust and clean everything, and then I'll set up my space. Yeah, so it's going well so far. I just picked up, I was like vacuuming around the bottom of my desk. I picked up a planner to vacuum around it. Didn't know it was full of dirt still. And I've made an even bigger mess to clean up. Oh. Okay. Okay, now that I've dusted, I think I might rearrange the decor a little bit and put the stuff that I use mostly when I'm studying just in that cube just there, that space, because it's easier to reach my pens and my books there. I wasn't completely happy with it up the top because I couldn't get to it easily. I think I'm going to put it there instead and leave the drawers there and there. That's hard to do in the camera. I don't know where I'm pointing. I think I'm going to leave the drawers far out, that's hard, there and there. And put my most used stuff in that closest cube down the bottom so I can get to it easily. So this is my mood board that I've set up at the moment. As you can see, it's very outdoorsy. I've got some sort of camping and outdoorsy style pictures with a border collie. So these pictures to me kind of represent being adventurous and being connected to nature, and they make me feel relaxed just looking at those pictures. And this year I've got some big plans, bookworms. I've got some big travel plans. I've got some book adventure plans. So if you want to be the first to know about those, make sure you go over to buymeacoffee.com/very.casual.librarian. My members will obviously get the first scoop on those adventures as I can reveal them. At the moment, I can't say too much because the plans aren't finalized yet, but as soon as I have got all those plans finalized and set in stone, members over at Buy Me a Coffee will hear about those first. But there's so many exciting things I've got planned this year, bookworms. I'm so excited. I hope it all comes off. But yeah, that's what this mood board kind of represents to me at the moment, and that's why I've chosen those pictures to look at, so they inspire me. Okay, everything's dusted and clean now, so I'm going to put my laptop and my light and everything back and arrange the desk in a nice way so it's an inviting place to study. Okay, I think that's it. I don't like to have too much stuff on my desk space because if it gets too cluttered, I feel like I get overwhelmed and I can't concentrate. Excuse me. Yeah, I get overwhelmed and I can't concentrate if it's too cluttered. It makes me kind of anxious. So I like to have a really clear space to study, so there's not much going on there except my laptop and what I'm working on at the time. But I do really like to have candles around, especially when I'm studying at night or when it's kind of cloudy and dark and rainy outside, because that makes it so cozy and you feel like kind of like you're in Harry Potter or some sort of dark academia, the Secret History or something. And it's really cozy and it's nice to study like that with that kind of light. And I really like my lamp for that reason. It's got a really nice warm light that you can adjust to different brightnesses. And I love that about that lamp. It's kind of a hurricane lamp style. And that's why I got it, because it casts the nicest cozy warm light over my study area. Okay, now that it feels kind of fresh and clean over here, I've printed out the subject outlines for the two subjects I'm doing this semester. I'm doing a professional study visit this semester, which may come up in the vlog, we'll see. And I'm also doing collections, which is about maintaining collections and managing appropriate information resources for organisations and communities. policies, evaluation, acquisition, selection, ethics, and budgeting. So that's one of the subjects. And the other one I have to access a range of information agencies to develop a deeper understanding of the career opportunities available within the profession. That's coming up in April, but there's a fair bit of theory and writing and reading that you have to do around it as well. And then you have to write like an evaluation at the end and all that sort of stuff. So that's the 2 subjects I'm doing this semester. I've got the subject outlines. I'm going to go through with some nice coloured highlighters and just highlight the important bits out of each subject outline, including when the assignments are due, how much they're worth, the important things coming up on the timeline, such as online classes, just so I have an outline of the semester in my head already before we start. And then I can refer to this later on and it's all highlighted for all the information as I go as well. Okay, so I've highlighted the subject outlines for my 2 subjects this semester, and one of the assignments really scares me. It's worth 60% and it's only 2,500 words, but it just sounds really involved, and it's about policy. It's the last assignment due in this semester, so I could see myself having a bit of a panic attack over that one in the future, but maybe I shouldn't think that way. Maybe it'll be easier than I think, but that one's really intimidating. Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. Anyway, I don't have to think about that right now. So I'm going to get on my laptop now, and what I like to do too is set up. I usually take my notes for my subjects from the readings, the prescribed readings, and also from the online classes into a page on Notion. And I have a really specific way I like to have that set up so that I can find all the information later on. I think what I'm going to do now is just quickly archive everything from last semester and save onto a hard drive my work from last semester and get my Notion page and all my folders and organization set up on my laptop and also on Notion, just ready for this semester, and have it all set up ready for when classes start. Okay, so this might seem kind of odd, but this is how I like to set up my desktop for studying. I have Notion open over here, and I have a page, I have a page for each of my different subjects. So that's where I do my note taking in here. And on this side, I'll have the content open from my course, and as I'm reading through the prescribed readings, I'll take notes over on this side. And also when I have a class on, if it's a Zoom class, which they often are because I'm online, I will watch the class on this side and be making notes on this side of the screen. I find that works really well because I don't have to keep swapping between tabs or swapping between screens. It means I have kind of less room and everything's a little bit smaller, but that's kind of what works for me. And then if I keep everything organized in each Notion page, then when I need to access it again, I actually color code things and I use toggles, and then it's easier to find later on when I need them for assignments. This is taking a bit longer than I thought. I need tea and I need it now. Right, well, I am set up. I am officially set up and ready for uni semester to start. Thanks so much for being with me and keeping me company today while I got set up. I'm now going to eat this massive salad with tahini sauce that I've just made, and then go and pick up Big One and take her to her dance rehearsal. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like my channel, and tell your bookworm, student, library loving friends about my channel. I'd love your support. Also head over to buymeacoffee.com Also head over to buymeacoffee.com/very.casual.librarian for more content and early access to videos for members. I'd love your support over there, guys. It means a lot, your support for my channel. Right, okay. I guess I will eat this and have a sit down and read before I have to head off this afternoon. And I will catch you in the next vlog.